All right, well, here we are again. My lovely wife just bought me another news source. This time it's coming from Canada. So all you Canadians need to be paying attention. Listen to this. You should be familiar with this. The headline is Stop Bill C-36. And you're going to see that y'all got the same problems and same issues up there in Canada as we have here in America. If it's not attack on food, it's on attack of something that has to do with our health. Now, it says right here, protect your rights for natural health products. Once again, our government has tried to sneak this bill in through the back door. If you're unfamiliar with Bill C-36, it is very much like Bill C-6 that was killed previously thanks to the public outcry. Our authorities tells us that the Bill C-36 will not impede or hinder our rights to freedom of choice with natural health products. However, this is untrue. No witnesses are scheduled to speak on behalf of the people. November the 24th is when this is scheduled to take place. Health Canada is scheduled to champion their own work. November 25th, no one has been invited as to this posting as to speak to the tens of thousands of Canadians who have been working tirelessly to communicate with government to draw attention to the dangers of legislation. We must ask Senate to hear us again. Now, let me stop right here. You see, this is where we are messed up and screwed up. You Canadians are just as dumbed down and ignorant as many Americans who refuse to wake up. You're dependent upon your Senate, your legislation, your government for your rights, your liberty, and your will and freedom to live and exist. You're going to have to change your mind. You are supposed to be authority. You are the ones that's supposed to be the sole rulers of government. You are the one that's supposed to be the government boss. I don't know how this thing got turned around, and I don't know who turned it around. But in this time that I'm living in, as long as there's breath in my body, somebody is going to have to wake up the people, or at least be a poster board to say something to try to incite the people so they can wake up out of this sleep that we're in. It is utterly ridiculous, the mindset that we have come to where we think that we have to go and worship government, bow down to everything they say, like our hands is tied. If they pass a law, they make any suggestion whatsoever at all. I tell you what, the way I see it, we got two things faced with us, two things and two things alone. We got two choices to make. And you need to start searching your heart and see what's inside of your heart and see if you got enough intestinal fortitude within your own self to live free. Now, this is the way it's going to be. You're either going to die standing up or you're going to live on your knees. And you're going to come to this realization real quick, because there's no reasoning with the likes of Edward Longshanks. There's no reasoning with government whatsoever at all. You can forget it. There ain't no reasoning. All they do is take, because governments can't produce anything. And I'm telling you, if you don't start exercising self-autonomy and wake up out of sleep and stuff, you're going to find yourself in something a whole lot more of a nightmare than what's on Elm Street. And I'm telling you the truth right now. Politicians are schooled in the art of deception. They all the time play on our minds by juggling concepts and words, and they're using us as pawns in the chess games. Well, sooner or later, and it's right now, and it's high time now, we're going to get back to the old past, back to the old landmarks, to where we're actually putting everything back under our rule and control. That's why I told you, like in Senate Bill S-510 here in the United States, as soon as I read that, first thing I did was when I started doing inventory on my own seeds, when I started checking out my own greenhouse and stuff so I can get stuff ready. That was my move right there. I'm not going to be like the rest of these people and stuff that's just going to become serfs for the United States government or any government as far as they go. You know, I understand the word fascism. I understand it very well. Many of you don't. That's the reason why we got voices here like this. But if you Canadians sit up here and put up this mess and continue, hey, why don't you just live your life without government interference? Why don't you just live it? Why don't you just live your life and forget about the government? So I said, well, how do you do that? Well, I seem to be doing it pretty good and have been doing it for quite some time now. You know, if we don't wake up, our future's looking pretty bleak. I'm convinced, I am very convinced that this bizarre behavior that many of us have is socially and deeply embedded in the collective subconscious of people's mind, because we have been trained and not educated. We have not been educated to think for ourselves. Self-autonomy is a word that most people don't even have any understanding about whatsoever at all. You exist. Because you have inalienable rights granted by the creator of the universe, the Most High. You don't need government. You don't need news media. Definitely don't need no politicians telling you how to function and how to live. You learn how to live free or you die hard. And that's just all there is to it. And that's the truth straight way.